Welcome to our GROHE workshop. Today, I'll show you how to install GROHE ceiling showers in 5 easy steps. Due to the modularity of the system, various combinations of individual modules are possible, for which different accessories will be required. You have to install the fittings that corresponds to the respective combination. Depending on the configuration, either the GROHE Rapido smart boxes or the corresponding Rapido concealed units will be installed. The number of boxes depends on the water connections that the complete installation will require when finished. We suggest you perform this installation with 2 people to simplify the ceiling work involved. First, let's take a look at the tools you will need. As mentioned, you should decide which ceiling shower elements you are going to use before beginning the installation. The final installation depends on the customer's wishes. Here, we see as an example a small and a large installation box with the required connecting parts. The boxes can be combined in many ways. We have decided to use a combination of 2 waterfalls, 2 mist sprays, 1 pure water spray, and 2 large ceiling shower elements. Now it's time to install the GROHE ceiling shower modules. We recommend that you do not skip any steps in the TPI. First, these blue boxes have to be prepared. It is best to match the connection parts with the boxes beforehand. Don't be surprised if some connectors or water connections are left over. The small boxes for the waterfalls only need 1 connection, for example. Once the order of the blue boxes is defined based on the selected configuration, it's recommended to label these so you don't get mixed up. In addition, you should first decide on which side the water connections will be attached later to make the installation easier. For the waterfall, make sure that the water jet will point in the right direction later. Here's an easy rule of thumb. The side where the water outlet is installed is also the side where the water connection will be attached. Label the corresponding connections here too. Next, mark the drill holes. This is where the boxes will be screwed together with a connector later. Finally, mark the holes for the ceiling attachment. Now you can drill all the holes. First, drill the holes for the connectors with a 7mm drill bit. We suggest wood drill bits, as they don't slip on plastic. Next, drill the holes for the ceiling attachment with a 10mm drill. Only the slim boxes have to be drilled, as the big boxes already have 4 openings for the ceiling attachment. Last, the holes for the water connections are drilled. Again, use a wood drill bit here first. Then mill to 70mm. The stamped ring shows you the correct size. It's advisable to test the hole size now and then. Now the individual boxes need to be connected with the black connectors and screwed together. Simply connect on one side of the boxes, then connect it with the next box. Then insert the bolts with washer through the opening and screw them alternately with the nut. When you're done, check that everything is pressed together. After all the boxes are attached to one another, the sealing tape can be applied. This is taped to the gap from below and pressed with the help of a screwdriver, for example. Now the water connections can be attached. The long connections are for the big box, the small connections are for the slim box. Simply push them through and bolt them to the plastic nuts. Tighten manually first, then tighten very lightly. Now the drill holes can be marked. First, you should decide where you will install the box. It is advisable to measure the dimensions of the completed boxes and to transfer this to the ceiling. To make marking easier, put double-sided tape on the bottom of the box. This prevents the boxes from slipping on a slippery ceiling, for example, while marking the holes. Then mark the drilling holes, drill them, and insert the wall plugs. It's now advisable to prepare the hanger bolts. All of the bolts are then screwed into the ceiling and aligned with the spirit level. Next, the washers are secured with the rubber seals. Then push the box on and screw it in. The next step is the pressure test. Seal the water connections with the 3/8-inch end caps and seals. Screw on as hand-tight as possible, then use a 40mm spanner to hold the water connection and a 19mm spanner to tighten it. Use a 12mm spanner to hold the water connection in the slim boxes. After all the openings have been covered, turn on the water and check for leaks. The next step is the final assembly. The pipes should be briefly flushed first to remove dirt particles. Attach a flexible hose for this purpose and turn on the water. Now let's prepare the water connections for each box. We'll prepare the connections for the small boxes first. Don't be surprised if material is left over at the end, as the boxes are designed for multiple connections. Grease the connecting elbow, put the black O-ring on the groove and attach the elbow. After all the water connecting elbows have been prepared, the water routing for the individual water connections can be prepared. To do this, unscrew the small black plug for the corresponding water connections anti-clockwise and attach the O-ring. The water connection for the outlet can also be prepared now. Unscrew the corresponding black plug and attach the O-ring here as well. Then grease the O-rings. Attach the water routing to the water connection and secure it with 4 Torx screws. Repeat these steps for the other slim boxes. Next, the waterfall can be pre-mounted on the sheet metal plate. 4 3mm Allen screws are needed for this. The 2 additional O-rings are inserted on the external attachments between the metal plate and water routing. These act to minimize the tolerance. Now fit the connecting elbow with the O-ring and push it onto the connection. Now grease the connecting elbows. Finally, the complete fixation plate, including the waterfall, is attached to the water connection of the installation box and screwed tight on both sides. Done! Next, pre-assemble the spray patterns. Insert them in the sheet metal plate and screw them in. Ensure that the middle connection is assembled in the opposite direction from the outer connections to allow it to be controlled separately. Here, too, attach the complete frame to the water connection of the installation boxes and screw it on opposite sides. Tighten the connections with the blue key. Attach the 8-holder clips to the big installation boxes. Simply push them all the way back into the slots. Now, attach and tighten the flexible hose to the water connection. Then grease the O-ring. Attach the adapter and secure it with the clip. Also, grease the ceiling shower. Insert the spring and attach it to the cross joint. Then secure the flexible hose in the box and allow the ceiling shower to snap into place. Finally, secure it with the holder clips. For the installation of the Rainshower Aqua Duo sealing shower, also mount and grease the flexible hose and proceed in the same way as the Rainshower Aqua Mono installation. Lay the flexible hoses in such a way that the hoses don't kink. Snap in. Done. Now let's set the shower, test the spray patterns, and check that the installation is leak-proof. Perfect. All chrome-plated cover plates can now be mounted. First, unscrew the 3 spray patterns. Then, attach each cover. The middle one is attached by screwing in the nozzles. The plates should be symmetrically aligned now. Done. And now some maintenance advice. If the nozzles are ever calcified, remove the magnet chrome cover and brush the nozzles with your fingers. Now a final test. Perfect.